Lucid received an unexpected lifeline from Uber, which intends to use 20,000 or more Gravity SUVs as robotaxis in a three-way deal with Nuro. The latter will provide the autonomous driving software and the hardware suite required for driverless operation. If successful, the deal might make Lucid the unlikely winner of the robotaxi race. Lucid Gravity has often been mocked as just a bigger station wagon or even, God forbid, a minivan, causing Lucid fans an emotional breakdown. However, it's hard to argue that the electric crossover is one of the best people carriers on the EV market. It's not only spacious, but also very efficient, with one of the longest ranges available at 450 miles EPA. This makes it an ideal candidate for a robotaxi. However, unlike Tesla, Lucid doesn't have autonomous driving ambitions. This didn't stop the company from signing up Uber in an unusual partnership. The ride-hailing juggernaut wants to buy 20,000 Lucid EVs, starting with the Gravity SUV, to use them as robotaxis on its network. Because Lucid doesn't have an autonomous driving solution, Nuro provides the autonomous driving hardware and Level 4 software. Lucid will integrate Nuro hardware sensors on the production line, whereas Nuro will install its software only on the vehicles enrolled in the Uber network. Uber is undoubtedly the unsung hero in this partnership. The ride-hailing company plans to make multi-hundred-million-dollar investments in both Nuro and Lucid. According to some sources, the investment in Lucid alone will be $300 million, although it's unclear how this will be fulfilled. It's certainly not enough to buy 20,000 Lucid EVs upfront. However, it could provide a much-needed lifeline to Lucid as it tries to scale Gravity production and launch its mid-size crossover. Speaking of which, the smaller Lucid model is also on Uber's radar to use as a robotaxi. The three-way partnership will allow Uber to deploy driverless Lucid vehicles in dozens of global markets over the next 6 years. The first Gravity robotaxis will begin operations in 2026 in a major US city, although neither company has named it. Considering that Austin and San Francisco have been the preferred cities to start robotaxi services, it could be one of them. It could also be Las Vegas, considering that Nuro has a closed circuit where it tests its autonomous vehicles, including the first Lucid Gravity Level 4 prototype. Uber also operates Waymo robotaxis in Austin and Atlanta, which is probably where this passion for driverless vehicles came from. To be fair, Uber had always wanted to replace human drivers with autonomous vehicles, although it appeared to have abandoned this dream. The partnership with Waymo must have ignited new plans, which is why the company decided to invest in Nuro and Lucid. This would allow it to compete head-on with Waymo and Tesla, especially as the latter vowed to flood the streets with robotaxis by the end of the year.